now recording? No, we're recording, good, okay. There we go.
All right.
There's nobody in the waiting room, yeah.
That's good. All right. Well, we're all here.
We're all here.
Hello.
Mhm.
So, we all have an agenda?
Yep. Mary Ellen Gibbs is here.
I'm Laura Spalter, special introduction of nominating committee members.
I'm Bob Bender.
Emily Hausman.
Next.
Okay, selection of committee chair.
I'll nominate. I nominate Bob Bender.
Thank you, but I don't accept.
They'll nominate Emily.
Oh, I'm gonna nominate Laura Spalter.
I'm going to second the nomination of Laura Spalter.
Thank you. I did.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Do
Wait, I
we
think
need
we
a formal
actually,
vote?
we do need to take a vote,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Is
Okay.
anyone abstaining? Anyone opposed? No. Okay, so it's unanimous.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Mhm.
Thank you. Okay, next
There
is.
are more agendas.
Steps and committee goals.
Here, I was writing on this one, but that's right. No, all I wrote was,
I have it digitally. I
you
can,
sure?
yeah. If everybody's gonna take handwritten notes, I was gonna take handwritten notes also, but I don't need to stand out.
Well, I guess I'll take minutes from the first meeting, which was very short, after the full board meeting, and then I'll take minutes of this meeting, but any notes anybody has and what they want to send is always great, very helpful. Okay, so the tasks that the nominating committee completed since April 9th. Poll letter was distributed to the, officers and chairs on 4/10. It had to be out the next day. It did. The poll results and information distributed to the board. That happened on April 22nd. The 4 current chairs who do not wish to be considered for renomination are economic development, housing, traffic and transportation, and youth. Agendas have gone out, obviously, for May 1 and May 2. To date, nominating committee has received requests for interviews for the youth committee from Mary Ellen Gibbs and Emily Hausman and Ramdat Singh. 2 interviews will be tomorrow, and I think, Mary Ellen, you applied first, so you want to be the first interview?
You know what? I think I'm gonna withdraw, to be fair to Emily, because she was a vice chair.
Oh, all right. Let me just write that down.
If my thing was up and aging, I wouldn't want anybody to step on, so.
So I appreciate it. It had been a conversation Julia and I had like
Of course.
6 months ago, and I was excited about the plan we set forth. Thanks for understanding.
I have it too.
Okay. And, now, just, according to the bylaws, Emily, you wouldn't be able to, vote in that, for the youth committee.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You're recused from discussion, that kind of thing.
And I'll recuse myself for Ramdat's interview, or no?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yes, and I would ask, well, he's not here. If he were here, I'd ask him to recuse himself from you, just
Totally.
the privacy and, okay.
Yeah, well, I withdrew, so I don't have to worry about that.
It is voluntary, but, the fact that you've agreed to, not be present for Ramdat's interview, I think the fair thing would be for Ramdat to do the same, and my guess is.
You still leave the room when somebody else is being interviewed.
Well, that's always been the practice in the past.
That has been in practice, yes.
I once, was on a nominating committee, and we were interviewing 2 people, and.
You just make it feel funny.
Yeah, I mean, even though it's open to the public, just consideration.
Right, yeah, no, it makes you feel funny when you've been interviewed.
Right, so that's good. The other thing I'd like to say is, it's up to the chair of the committee whether to do hybrid or in person. And I would like to go old school, during this interview process.
I think so too.
And.
No, I
and
totally agree.
Okay. I mean, this meeting, it just went out the way it usually does with a Zoom link, and I would let,
I don't think it's fair to the people that are being interviewed and everything.
yeah, you know, it's like a fishbowl, you know?
Yeah.
So I would let Sarah know when she sends out the reminder for tomorrow's meeting. Now, the other thing is this, since we only have one interview, Emily,
Mhm.
should we have tomorrow's meeting? Or it's still worth it to have tomorrow's meeting? Maybe I'll do tomorrow.
Like, can we add another one?
Sorry, talk to me again. We only have one interview for tomorrow?
Yeah. We only have one interview, it would be you tomorrow.
I'm happy to go another day. I'd hate to bring everybody else in for just.
No, there is no.
How come there's only one though?
No, Ramzan cannot make it tomorrow night, otherwise it would be 2 interviews tomorrow night.
So you only go by each, you only bring them on in, like,
We're
We
only
have to
gonna,
apply for it.
no, we're only
That's what I'm
gonna do
saying.
one.
each committee, you just bring them for one night? Or you can do a few of them?
Hopefully you do a few of them,
So how come we didn't get more?
because nobody applied.
At the moment, we have nobody who has applied to be chair of TNT, Economic Development, or Housing.
Oh, I see,
But there wasn't a lot of
Oh,
time.
so we don't have to re-interview the other guys, the other people?
No, we're only gonna interview
Yeah,
where.
I'm asking Bob, why one at a time? Thank you.
that's-
I'm sorry, Laura.
That's voluntary. If people want to be interviewed, that, you know, it has been customary in the past that if somebody has been a chair for a while, they generally don't, want to come in and be interviewed.
So you don't have to because, right,
Yeah.
because there's somebody running against them, so we really need to.
Right.
But
Now,
if
right.
there were,
If there were,
they
yes.
would have
Then
to.
they would have to, right.
Along with the.
That makes sense.
Right.
Oh, and there's only,
Good for
sorry,
us.
just to make
No,
sure,
this is all
just to make sure I understand, is the youth committee the only chair position that people are running opposed?
Yeah.
Thus far.
It's the only one that we have nominees for.
Yeah, it's the only one.
The irony behind it is killing me. Okay.
Don't you worry.
The irony behind it is killing me. Okay. So, and Rhonda can't make it tomorrow.
No.
So let's pick another night where both, why don't we just pick another night where Rhonda and I can both do it?
Right, we could
Mhm.
still meet tomorrow, but we only have you. Or we could cancel tomorrow and add you to another, you know.
When is traffic and transportation again, the 17th?
Here's May's calendar.
And so then, sorry, Laura, a follow-up question that I think Mary Ellen hit on. It's only, okay, so sorry if I'm re-going over information. It's only youth committee that needs interviews.
No, they all will.
They'll all need interviews,
But we don't
everything.
have people yet.
Oh, sorry.
Traffic and
So
transportation.
sorry, traffic, transportation, economic development, housing,
Wow. And youth, the
and youth will need, but we're only ready to do youth. We're only ready to do youth, and we're not ready to do it tomorrow, and if we do it tomorrow, we can't interview all the candidates, you can only interview
Yeah, because you're the only
me.
live
So
one.
then, why don't we, to me, and like, where time is, there's only so much limited time, cancel tomorrow's meeting, move youth to a meeting that both Ramdot and I can do? Did he give you dates he's available?
We have to be there.
You just. Right,
We have to be there.
okay, that's,
Yes, or that all of us can do, including Ramdot.
right, and then you.
And let's do it then, because there's no reason, I don't need to bring everybody in
But
tomorrow night.
there wasn't a lot of time between that email and
Mhm.
this is, you know, now, people have said, I'm considering, I'm thinking about it, but that, you know, and,
And then, sorry, one more question.
yeah, of course.
And you can, I'm just like asking from a logistical standpoint, because like people were, like you see open things or whatever, does Ramdot know I'm running, or he
Yeah.
doesn't, he does know?
Yeah.
Okay.
no problem, I mean,
Sorry,
and,
let me.
It's all public, it's all in email.
It's all public.
yeah.
Mhm.
It will
Has to
be-
be.
it's all-
I just didn't know I didn't know my email went out to everybody.
well,
It has to.
No, your email did not go out to, it went
I
to the
thought-
nominating committee.
Right, the
It
nominating.
went to the nominating committee. It did not go out.
Oh, right, he doesn't see because he's not on the count.
So he knows I'm running, even though he's not on the nominating committee.
Only because I called him
Okay.
to say, can you come tomorrow night? For,
Mhm.
you know, our interview is that, and he said, I can't. And I said, well, we're meeting and we're gonna select new dates, so that's not a problem. We haven't selected those dates yet, but we will at our organizational meeting, and then you'll have to make it. And so, he said, okay, but he, that's what I'm saying, I knew that, and I shared it with him, because I think that if somebody.
It's totally fine, I'm just.
Yeah. No, I think if somebody's running it, they
Yeah.
should know what the situation is, not
Yeah,
walk
of course,
into it.
yeah.
You know, other than that, that's, you know,
Hope he has time for,
All right, so,
Okay, that's fine, I just like to know where.
yeah, no, it's all a good
Okay.
question.
so the next step is to find a date that works for Ramdot, for Emily, and
Well,
for the
we're
members
gonna
of the
find two
committee.
dates that work for us, and they better, one of them better work for him. That doesn't have to be the same night, but right now, we're gonna cancel, we're gonna cancel tomorrow night's meeting, because.
Okay.
Yeah, I
We're
think
all
it
good with
makes sense.
that, okay,
Mhm.
cancel
how about the 16th?
tomorrow. Okay, I have the May calendar in front of me. I also have the June calendar in front of me.
Mhm.
And,
Don't we have to have it done by June?
no, yes.
Well, we
but-
have to have it done before the board
Yeah,
meeting.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a certain amount of time too, if I'm not mistaken, Laura.
14 days.
14 days,
Well, 2
okay.
weeks, 2 weeks.
From today?
No.
Let me just go through it, just because we all need to know.
That's why I'm asking
So
questions.
tomorrow's meeting is canceled.
Right.
Correct.
Okay, I'm deleting that from my calendar.
Okay.
Okay.
So, the goal is to send our recommendations to the full board 2 weeks before the June meeting.
Oh, okay.
And that means Flag Day, which is June 14th. Okay? So we have until June 14th, that's why I said it, you know, I knew we'd have enough time for the goal, you know what I mean? Like, there's always things that come up that maybe never happened before, but I have been on the board 30 years. I have chaired nominating committees in the past. I have served on nominating committees. And the hardest thing is getting dates.
Well, he has to be flexible if he wants to be the chair.
Exactly, so.
He has to be
Yeah,
flexible.
right, I didn't have any, you know, I said to him, well, I know that there will be more dates. Okay, what date did you just throw out, Mary Ellen?
16th,
16th?
it's
Yeah,
CNC
that would
day.
be good for you particularly, because you're here for
Right.
CNC. Okay.
The 16th?
Who's good? I'm good for the 16th.
Okay, then 16th
I'll be here soon. Oh, you're on TNT?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, so then you just stay for TNT.
16th for you?
It works for everybody else? Yeah, I'll move.
Yeah, oh,
I'll
okay.
move things. Yep.
And that's gonna be interviews.
Yep.
All right, that's gonna be interviews. And Bob, are you good for the 16th?
I am good for the 16th.
Okay.
What time?
That would be 6 to 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's a meeting, and we really don't even have 6 to 7, because people start coming in and trying to admit people. If they wanna start their meeting at 7, we really have to be out 10 minutes before,
They
you know?
can wait out there until we get out.
No, but they need to start their meeting at 7. We can be out.
6 to 6:45.
Yeah, that's really,
Mm-hmm,
Okay.
we need another date as well.
mm-hmm.
And I was thinking of the 20th, which is the youth date, because that starts at
That's fine.
7:30.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
that gives us more time.
What day of the week is that?
That's a Monday.
All right, 'cause I'm here in the neighborhood, okay.
So Monday, May 20th.
Yeah,
6
Yeah.
o'clock. But youth starts at 7:30, so when it
It
comes
gives
to
us more time.
interviewing, it gives
Yeah.
us more time.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm here anyway for the.
Right, 7:30.
There you go.
All right, we have picked 2 dates with enough time for me to get the agendas out with the open meetings law. And, I don't know that we'll need another date. I think 2 dates should
I
be.
think it's fine, you know what? He has to make it. He has to make it.
Yeah, right.
At the moment,
nominee.
Right.
So-
If he wants it, he has to make it.
Yeah, I agree. We're assuming that's it, that's when we can make it
Yeah.
beautiful. Okay, so we have the
Better
dates.
incentives than that than aging.
Okay, now, I will get out a letter to the board, reviewing the four open, asking again, giving them these dates, you know what I mean? Like a quick email, and I'll do that.
You gonna bring 200 sandwiches?
Walnuts? Let me live it down. I make a very mean tuna fish.
I know, they look good. The walnuts were good, I bought them.
Okay, so we covered that we vote at the very end. It's the last thing we do, is vote on that slate, which has to be voted on by,
That makes sense.
sent out by June 14th. So it's not like piecemeal. And, interviews.
Doesn't the slate have to be in before the full board? Oh, the full board's the 16th, right?
No, the full board is the 20-something.
26.
26.
June 26th.
That's what gives us that extra time.
I'm sorry, I'm burnt out from work.
It's not the second Tuesday.
Right, of course,
Because of the,
right,
Philharmonic.
I know.
Yeah, so, the average interview is 10 minutes, and I'm gonna tell you based on what was done in the past. The way it was done in the past, there would be the same question given to every person, same question. However, the nominating committee can ask a follow-up question based on the responses from the interview, you know. So in the past, we asked, because I went through all my notes, let me tell you, please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're interested in this position. Have you had any involvement with this committee or field? Do you have any goals in mind for the committee? How are those questions?
Good.
Those were questions from the past.
Yep.
And then, depending on what the person says, if you want to ask something, but bear in mind it's a 10-minute.
Yeah, but you know, you've done this before, so.
Okay, so let me see if there's anything else. Discussion, interview process. Okay, let's see, the interview process, it'll be in person, because again, we're not gonna do hybrid, all right? We have these 3 questions. Should I hand these questions out to everybody? So that everybody-
Because Emily had to leave,
Yeah, okay.
to go to the bathroom, right,
Yeah.
I
No.
understand. We've all had kids.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
These are totally.
I'm really sorry. I'm like, normally I can manage all the
Amazing. First of all, anybody has
Life, don't apologize.
Woo!
At least I didn't miss the flight to Los Angeles. This is like a minor inconvenience to missing the flight.
Is it all right if Emily hears the questions? They're based,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, her
Please-
questions are going to be the same.
They're the same
Everyone.
for
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
single interview we do.
Right.
Yeah.
Please tell us a little, because again, 10 minutes, a little about yourself, you know, like what they would say, the day job.
Well, I need more time, not looking.
Tell us a little about yourself and why you are interested in this position. Have you had any involvement with this committee or field? Do you have any goal in mind with the committee?
Mhm.
And so in the past, those have kind of gotten us started
Mhm.
with everybody, and then, they're focused, but they're general, and then if people respond, the nominating committee is free to ask a follow-up question, depending, you know, whatever, if they want.
So if nobody says anything about the other ones, then we just do like we did the last time, right? People say, I nominate up from the floor, right, at the full board meeting, is that like the last time?
Okay. What happens, I'm glad you asked that question. What happens is the nominating committee comes up with a slate. It's just recommendations. Recommendations. It gets voted at the June meeting, but at the selection time, any position, committee, officer, there are also nominations from the floor. You know, so
I remember from
Julie, the chair, will say, are there any nominations from the floor? If 2 people are nominated, then they both speak about themselves, and then the board will vote. So, I mean, we're just we're just the screening committee, and the board votes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the final thing.
Yeah.
And terms start July 1.
Generally speaking, the board is going to accept the, results of the nominating committee. But, I mean, there could be a situation here, because Emily can't vote, there could be a situation where it's 2 and 2, for example, and we come back at that point and say, well, you know, we think both are good candidates. And then, the board's going to have to decide. So there's a variety of different possibilities, and as Laura said, somebody could be nominated from the floor at the board meeting.
I can only not vote on the youth committee, or I can't vote on the whole thing.
No, you can only not vote for your own.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
Everything else,
Yeah, everything else, you're the same as the rest of us.
Okay.
please, is there any other questions?
No, I'm good. Sorry, I'm munching in everybody's face, but
No, it's fine.
kids, work.
It's fine, it's like all life.
So, discussion of next steps, we pretty much did that. I will get the reminder letter out and try to recruit people for these positions.
Mhm.
You know, that's what part of the nominating committee does. You know, just, what happened last year, I recall, there was 1 or 2 that they couldn't fill, housing and aging. And so they
right.
got filled in the fall at an election.
Right, when I got to my first full board meeting in the fall, that's when I saw
Right, that's what happened.
environment and sanitation.
And then Oscar stepped up.
Yeah, Oscar stepped up for aging,
And
yeah.
for aging,
I was thinking of
Julie
economics.
recruited Rosemary, but Rosemary's not gonna continue. Maybe she can open her again.
Mhm.
But, you know, we try to fill everything. Sometimes it's not possible. And so then it's,
Not me.
well, we will.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one. And we'll endeavor to, you know, hopefully, we have these 2 dates, 5/15 and 5/20. That gives us enough time to try to recruit, try to solidify, and then give them a time, you know, 6:15, or 6:30, you know what I mean? Pretty much 5/16.
Yes, May 16th.
May 16, no.
May 16, May 20.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
May 16, May 20, is that right?
I circled it correctly on here, wait. Let me just make sure, everybody.
16, 20.
The 16 and 20.
Right,
16 and 20, yes, that one.
You know, I thought for a second you said 15,
No,
and then I said, no, I must have heard you wrong.
Okay.
Oh, right.
16, 20.
So,
My ears work perfectly fine.
Yeah. Committee goal, the goal is to send something out 2 weeks before the board meeting, so that's June 14th, to get it out.
No, it's gonna be June 12th, because it's the 26th, and subtract 14, so it's June 12th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is what day of the week?
It's a Wednesday.
I counted it, June 12th? I counted it, and for some reason, Flag Day stayed in my mind. You sure, 14 days?
I've been like that.
Yeah,
Okay, maybe I was
mean,
thinking 10 days.
if it's,
Business days.
you must have had a different date for the board meeting in your mind,
Yeah.
that's why, yeah.
June 12th is a Wednesday.
2 weeks.
Right.
And sorry,
And the board meeting is on the 26th, 2 weeks later.
what do we want to do by June 12th? We just want to have this all ready, right?
Yes.
We got it ready, we have to come out.
The office sends it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But we don't have to be here that day.
The office will send it out. What we do is, I have to give it to the office.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
we're, you know, we might be finished,
Mhm.
hopefully on the 20th.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then nothing last minute comes in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, we did our selection of meeting dates.
Yeah, we're pretty much,
Question of next steps, we did that, we know our goal.
Mm-hmm.
I think,
I'll move to adjourn.
I think we're done.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will
Seconds.
second it.
There you go.
Okay.
We're adjourned at 6:25.
I did do my interview tonight.
Just a little bit longer than my, Irvin Ladimir. I was like this, Irvin Ladimir, boom, 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 we were finished. And then we all ran on the bus together.
I think we started at 7.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think.
6:03.
I think we started
I mean,
pretty much
6
on the dot.
Six.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
And now
Thank
it's
you
6:25.
so much.
Okay, 6:25.
These kiddos out of
I'm
here.
gonna move my behind over there. I'm close to
And, hungry?
Are they hungry? They're like eating a snack. It's like,
Oh, okay. I know, it's all day long.
well, the problem is I left at 4 o'clock to go canvassing. And then I got home, and you are I like got home, and
Is that off?
my husband wasn't there, like he left and there was supposed to be like a half an hour when either one of us was home, and the kids
thank
were like watching a movie, which was fine, I like specifically, whatever, the neighbors across the